Bombing, episode 65.
You guys already know the deal.
They know what's up.
They know. Do I even have to tell them?
Maybe for the new viewers we tell them, but for the ones who know, I mean, you guys can just not listen to this part. But
Look, if you are new, thanks for watching. This is Bombing Podcast. It's a podcast about stand-up comedy, mostly bombing.
lots of bombing.
Lots of bombing. We're both open micers out here in sunny Los Angeles. I'm Hayden Wyckoff.
I'm Ryan Jennings. This is episode 65. We do one episode a week, and we've never missed a week.
Never missed a week.
So that's 65 weeks in a row.
We talk a lot about what it's like being an open micer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a couple years in.
Yeah.
And like other things.
Yeah, just like a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But mainly stand-up. Mainly bad stand-up. But, yeah, this is Bombing, episode 65. Let's get into it.
Let's get it.
That was a good intro.
Thanks, man. See, it only took 65 episodes, but I'm getting better.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there. You know, it's like stand-up. It's like anything else.
Yeah.
Just the more you do it,
just gotta-
you suck a little bit less each time.
Every time you get a little better.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of sucking, that's a weird way to start that.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
No, speaking of sucking at stand-up.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
Speaking
go.
of sucking at stand-up, I dug like one of the first bits I ever wrote back from the grave.
Yeah?
On accident this week.
How on act? What?
Because so the backstory is literally in my first joke like notebook, one of the first jokes that I ever wrote was about how I fucking hate like the Bonnaroo guy.
Oh yeah.
Like the Bonnaroo guy and like
Yeah.
every friend group. That's a music festival. You guys know what Bonnaroo is,
Yeah.
but it was particularly close to home because it literally was. It was like an hour and a half south of Nashville. It happened
Yeah.
every year. And the whole bit was just about how like Bonnaroo guy was the worst.
And they are the worst.
They
by
are
the
the
way.
worst. Yeah. And they go there. They get so stoked. Like, dude, I'm just gonna like smoke pot. And I'm not gonna do the whole bit.
Yeah.
But I went back and listened to like old recordings at like Third Coast of me doing that bit, and it obviously sucked because I was like 2 months into comedy or something like that.
Yeah.
And recently, one of our favorite bands, Blink-182, had just headlined Coachella, which is it's the same thing. It's like this giant music festival, except it's out here in Southern California. And I got thinking, I was like, well, hold on, I could like look at this bit knowing what I know now and just totally rewrite it, and it would have it would be better just because like I've gotten a little bit better at joke writing at stand up, but B, it would have a little bit of like relevance because like Coachella's going on right now. It's still
Yeah, it'd be
happening.
more topical. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I basically rewrote the same kind of premise, but it was like updated and better, and it was cool seeing like, oh, like I got better at that because this used to suck because it's the same bit, it's the same premise.
Yeah.
And it's been working. It's been working great.
No, it has been working, and it is cool. Like looking back at like that first notebook, you know. I mean, very rarely like will a first notebook joke come onto the now notebook. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's funny to look back at like an old bit like that and be like the bit sucked. Like the bit sucked back then, but there was something there.
There was a
You just
nugget
didn't-
of something.
You just had no idea what to do with it.
No.
And now later to look at the premise and you're like, oh, I know how to fucking dance around that now.
And I'll do that like every now and then with bits, but they'll be like 6 months old. I'll have given up on them, and I'll bring it back. But that was the first one where it was like, oh, this is from like a different era. I brought it back, and it just keeps working.
That's tight. Yeah, that is fun looking back at the old shit. That's funny you mentioned that. I had like the opposite thing go on. I looked back. I was looking back at like some old set recordings, listening to them, and like I label all my recordings, like good set, bad set, okay, stuff like that. I looked back at this set from like a year and a half ago, and it said like kill set,
Yeah.
kill set, and then I listed the jokes I did, and I was like, I must have killed. Let's listen to this. Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fucking bomb.
Well, I look at all that. I look at all that as like relative. Like you'll hear
Mm-hmm.
like comics that we look up to. They'll say like, yeah, dude, I went in there and I murdered
Yeah.
the room. And for them, that's a totally different thing than like if I was like, dude, yeah, I crushed your night. Because it's like I look at it as like in regard to your skill set.
Mm-hmm.
So like with this amount, like where you are right now in stand up, if like a kill set is the best that you can do, that's
Yeah.
like a kill for you.
Yeah. And back then, that was a kill.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I
But
guess.
today, that was a fucking bomb. And I was thinking, like, what did I do that made me think that was a kill set? And I think it was, I just didn't do, like, a lot of that new, newbie shit.
Like hacky on stage
Yeah,
stuff.
hacky new open micer shit.
And for you at that time, just to get over that milestone, that was a
Uh-huh.
kill for you?
Yeah, like I just went up there, and the set was like I just went up there, and like I did my jokes. The jokes didn't work, but like I did them without hacking my way out of it, you know. And like if it bombed, like I just kind of sat in it. But yeah, like that same set today, bomb, fucking bomb. But and that makes me think like like I killed a couple days ago, and. But in a year, I'll look at that set and be like, that fucking just bombed, dude.
You know what? You know how that doesn't work? It doesn't work the other way around.
No.
I've never listened to a bomb from a year ago and gone, actually, it wasn't that bad. No, they're all bad.
They're all bad.
I have like 2 or 3 sets labeled in like my like audio folder, and they straight up just say like, don't listen to this one.
Yeah.
Like I have it, like it's there, but like the whole title is just like bomb emoji. Do not listen.
Don't listen.
Don't listen to it.
I have one that it just says stop. Stop. And I don't know. I don't even remember what the jokes because I can't. I don't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
Because, dude, listening back to old bombs, like I have I'll like physically react. Like I'll be listening to an old set, like trying to like figure out a joke, and I'll just be like bombing, and out loud I'll be like, stop, fucking stop that, and I'll have to like fast forward.
I listened to my set from a week ago and do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Stop. That's what I do that a lot. It's fucked, man. But you have to.
Yeah, that's how you get better. I don't know.
And I'm comfortable like watching myself and listening to myself. Like a lot of people aren't, which I noticed. Like a lot of comedians are like I can't watch myself. And I get that a little bit, but like I don't know. I think I want the data more than I want to not have the moment of me listening to myself.
Yeah.
So like I'll listen to my shit all the time. I mean, even the podcast. I edit the podcast. Like I don't know. Maybe the times are different. Like, but I'm very comfortable with like looking at myself and fucking editing myself. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think that's weird, but like you have to be. It's the way
You have
it's
to
the
be
way
now.
You have to be. Yeah.
Now everybody is their own fucking, content boss or whatever.
Yeah. Really, it boils down to you.
Yeah.
The other thing I liked about that, about the Bonnaroo guy to Coachella guy bit was like how I came up with it, because the old bit, the back in Nashville Bonnaroo guy bit, it took me like a week of just like sitting down in front of a computer and just writing. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get him here, like that kind of stuff. And I had an hour to kill before I think our mic on Monday last week. And I was just sitting in the car. And I had the thought. And I kind of just like scribbled down a couple of notes and then figured the rest of it out like while I was up there.
That's
and
tight.
it turned into this whole. It was like a new way of writing, and it worked better.
That's so tight. I love when that shit comes together, man. That's what keeps me going, dude. When that shit comes together like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like fucking magic that nobody sees. Except for like you. Like you notice it happening. and then maybe like a couple comics in the room. But like, bro, when it comes together like that,
And I've been on a bit of like a dry spell for coming up with new bits. And so when something just kind of falls into your lap like that, it's like extra, you know, it's like a cheat code.
yeah, dude, I'm kind of on a dry spell as well. I don't know. It goes in phases. We talk about this a lot, but like, I haven't come up with like some new shit in a little bit. I can't. I've been like really like writing 2 new jokes for like a few weeks now, making them better. But it's fucking. It's like tough to come up with new shit when you don't because I don't feel like it's up to me.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it is. It's like it's like my job to be looking for new material, but you know those, you know, those like stints where just nothing will click. Like you won't just fucking see it.
Mm-hmm. Most of that's because you're not doing anything new. You're not like
That's
actually
true.
like living a life, like doing anything. It's just work, open mics, work,
Yeah.
open mics, work, open mics.
Yeah, that's true. And then you know I'll go like 2-3 weeks with just no new shit, and then I'll just get a bunch of shit in like a week.
I find that it's kind of like logarithmic. Like as soon as like if I find like a new joke, I'll get like another one like after that, and then like 2 more, and then I'll have this like chunk like this 3 weeks where I'm like, oh dude, I have like 10 new minutes,
And then it reignites the fucking fire, and you're like, oh no, and then you start to like do good on stage because you have this new bit like I'm back baby energy.
But then you're also
And then it starts to
and because you're like, well, I need to work on these, it kind of goes back down again. It's just like this constant up and down.
And then when it goes down, you're like, oh, dude, I don't really have anything. Okay, I'll go back to my old jokes. But the old jokes, you don't really like you kind of half remember them, and you're like, oh, how was I feeling when I was saying it? And then so you try those, and they kind of don't work, and you're just like, should I even do comedy? And then you don't think of shit for a while, and you're like, oh, I should quit. But then you're like, oh, that's a bit.
That's a bit.
And then you try it, and it works, and then you're like, I'm back. It's just, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
The difference between like the top and the bottom is just like it's so vast. I can't even explain it.
No.
But being on the upswing feels pretty good.
Yeah, it
Got
does.
a couple new bits loaded, dude.
And you know what else? Being on the downswing, like, I still want to continue. Like, I don't want to quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like being, like, like fucking bombing twice in a row or something like that off of old bits in a dry spell of like not coming up with new material. I'm still like, no, I can get there again. I've been there before. I can fucking get back there, man.
Well, you hear like made comics talk about that all the time. Like when I'm not like comparing us to them or anything. I'm just saying they're like they'll release a special and then they all say the same thing. They're like, dude, I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. And then they do it.
Yeah.
That's like the same thing. It's just for like a 5-minute open mic spot.
Yeah.
Or like a 10-minute show set.
I know. It's funny that we are.
It's like this little like it's just tinier.
Yeah, we are. We are doing like 5-minute sets. And we're like, dude, I don't think I'll ever come up with something again.
Yeah.
And they're doing hours, and they're thinking the same thing, man.
Dude, once I figured out the president's bit, I was like, that's the last joke I'll ever write. I was like, no, it can't get better than this.
And that's what else is funny is like I've had like some killer bits that I'm like yeah, that's the best I've ever done. And but now I don't feel like doing the bit anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe I've just done it too many times, and I don't relate to it anymore or something. I don't know.
Well, it feels old to you. I think we touched on this in the last podcast, but like one of the and stop me if we did, but one of the like the hardest things to kind of figure out when you're first getting started in comedy is how to say something that you said 1,000 times like it's the first time you ever said it.
So fucking hard.
That's almost the hardest part of it because you have to have like the same enthusiasm, the same energy as the first time you did it.
Yeah.
Like the 10,000th time you've done it.
You have to have the same sort of disconnect, because the first time you say a new bit, you do say it with this fucking energy, and you're like excited, but you're like, you're like hesitant to say it because you don't know if it's gonna work.
And then if it goes well, that gets you through like the next 2 weeks of work, and you're like, oh, I got a new bit.
Yeah.
But then like 4 months from then, you're doing it again. You can't just go up there and be like,
Yeah, no, you just say it like
it can't come
like
off scripted either.
Yeah, like they've heard it the same amount of times that you've said it, which
Yeah.
isn't true.
Yeah.
But no, that's so hard to master like the lying part of comedy.
Because it is like it's you are lying.
It's lying.
Part of it's lying.
All my jokes are lies. All my jokes are lies.
Everyone,
Pretty much. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lies in there. There's some truth to it, but I can fucking take out the boring parts and add lies. I add so many lies to my jokes, but it makes it into a funnier story. You know what I mean? Because if I said all this shit if I said like what really happened, I saw this thing the other day, and I said what I really saw, not funny.
No, probably not funny.
But if I add in like, yeah, I saw this crazy thing, and then this lady, threw up, and like that, just you add on these little fucking details.
It's a weird example, but I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
You add in little details that didn't happen, but it adds to it, man.
Sometimes it takes away from it, though.
Sometimes
you gotta know when to reel back. Like that bit I was doing about like the stolen adopted dog.
Mm-hmm.
I was tacking on a little bit to the end of that, and it wasn't working. And it was
it started. The bit was like people were on board. They believed you. They believed you. And then it got too like bitty, and then they were like, oh, this didn't actually happen.
Yeah, and so I axed the end of that, and it's been doing a little better.
You reeled it in, and now it works.
Yeah,
it works good. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking tough. Like I had this. I feel like I ruined a joke for myself. Like my signature joke.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first jokes. That was a first notebook joke. That was a Third Coast in Nashville joke. Mm-hmm. And that might have been actually like my first like real completed joke. Was I don't have a signature yet. I keep waiting for my hand to write one, but it just hasn't yet. Every time I go to sign something, I'm like, this is the time. Here we go. My signature. This is it. Nope.
And all capital letters.
Yeah, just dog shit, dude. And I go, the worst is when I have to print my name and do my signature, because I just print my name on both of the things. I've done that bit so many times that I fucking don't even like it now. Like I don't like thinking about it. I don't like doing it.
It still gets laughs.
It gets laughs, but it's tough to say it like I just came up with it, Like I haven't been doing it for 2.5 years or whatever.
Yeah, it's a rough spot to be in.
And now it's just like...
And the only other way you could go is like, do you have anything to add to it? Do you have anything to expand on? Or
not really,
or
but...
you said what you needed to say.
I feel like that joke is complete. I don't have a signature yet. But what I noticed was I've... Like, a year later, I came up with this I have bad handwriting joke. So I weaved I dug back up the signature joke, did that, and then weaved in like, not only do I not have a signature, I also have bad handwriting. And then I do the bad handwriting joke, which is like, why do I have bad handwriting? Like, I write every day and it doesn't get better. What was I hungover on, handwriting day in elementary school? Oh, what's going on to fucking handwriting? I'm not doing that shit.
I've heard the bit.
You've heard the bit a bunch of times.
A lot.
And so, I kind of weaved that back in. But I don't know.
I mean, like those two combined almost make like this one block of bit.
It is it made a longer bit.
Yeah.
But
it turns into one solid like unit of a bit.
Yeah. But dude, when I'm like, when I'm on deck, on deck is Ryan Jennings, and I have like that joke I've done 1,000 times, or like 2 new ideas I really want to try. Mm-hmm.
These are gonna get him.
Yeah,
these are gonna get him, guys.
Yeah, I always go, I'm just gonna do the new shit.
Yeah,
I just want to do the new shit.
No, it's an open mic. You probably should.
Yeah,
it's not like you're going up at a club or anything.
Yeah.
Not really a lot of consequences there.
I don't really know if I have like a show set ready.
Oh, I got a brand new show set ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Because I was thinking the other day, so the last time that I went up at Potluck at the Comedy Store was like this time last year.
Yeah.
And they still haven't drawn my name. And so I was just like looking back and I was like, what did I even do then? Just dog shit. Like, and I had a good set. Like I listened to it. It went well. I got laughs. But now it's just like, that's fucking 3 minutes of dog shit. I got way better 3 minutes now.
Yeah. I went to one of these constructive open mics this week by myself. I won't say where.
How'd it go?
Not good.
Not good?
Not good.
Shocking.
I know. For those of you who don't know, like at least here in Los Angeles, there's like these constructive, like input open mics that go on where randomly throughout your set, people will just chime in and interrupt, and it's all comics, and they'll go, "Hey, maybe if you did this." And
you know how when you're on stage and like you're the only one with the mic and that's why that works? It's like giving everyone in the audience a mic too, and then they can just chime in.
Yeah. Like imagine like a show where hecklers like are encouraged. Like imagine a show where it's just a room full of hecklers and they all have microphones also. And then you're up there like, "Hey, you guys ever been to the gas station?" And then they just can talk over you. But I went there because I had some new shit that I kind of wanted to like work on in a crowd of people that I didn't know, because we've been going to we know a lot of people at the mics we go to, so I wanted to go to a place where I didn't know anybody and see how the jokes did. And I did like a joke, but all the input was horrible. It was just like I did this joke about going to like being at the bank, and it was this whole thing, and someone piped in, and they were like, "Hey, what if like while you were at the bank you had like a boner?" And I was on stage and I said, "Oh yeah, well yeah, maybe."
Yeah, maybe.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Anybody else? Okay. And then I continued the joke.
Oh, you mean after it got stopped dead in its tracks, you continued the joke? Man.
To silence. And then I went into my haircut joke, where I love that joke, actually.
It's a good one.
Where, when I'm getting a haircut, I keep my eyes closed, and by the end of the haircut, I like to guess which direction I'm facing. It's a good joke, but it was just like, hey, what if like while you were getting the haircut, like you had a boner? Yeah, so maybe anybody else want to chime in, though?
Did he pitch boner twice?
No. That was me. That was me. But he did do it the first time.
Yeah, dude, just as dumb.
Yeah, but it was along those same lines. It was just like, it was like 8 minutes of just getting shit on.
Yeah, that like version of open mic only works when you have like some kind of like stand-up vet in the room that like knows how to run it. And knows what they're talking about.
Yeah. And not to name names, but like we've been to good ones.
Yeah. I'm not saying that like that format doesn't work. You can get a lot of good out of it, but it's like you can't just let everyone fucking talk. There's got to be like a guy running it that knows more than you do.
Yeah. And we've been to good constructive open mics.
What about a boner? That's so dumb.
I know. And I left there.
What if your dick was hard? Ugh.
What if like the person cutting your hair had big titties? Ha ha.
What if the knives were made of poop and then they poop cut your hair?
Yeah. Thank you.
What are we even doing here, man? What are we doing?
Thank you, guys.
Poo knives?
Yeah.
Poo knives. I don't know, dude.
That's the best you'll get out of a constructive open mic. There's a way to do it, but the one I went to was not the way. And then I was so upset that I last minute signed up for a mic because I needed a win. And then I went to Badger and Jam and fucking I got the biggest like pause break laughter that I've ever gotten. And that won the night for me. So
Yeah, you always like to end on. I'm content just taking a fat L and going home and going to bed. I can do that. That doesn't bother me at all.
yeah, I do. I mean, I like a win. I'll take an L. I've taken many L's.
I like a win, same as the next guy. But if I go up there and bomb, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I gotta get one more in. I'm just like, I think I'll go home. I think I'll go to bed.
Yeah. Try again tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, you'll be out again tomorrow night.
We always are.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like something fucking rubbed me wrong with that mic. I was just like, why would I fucking go to this shit? And then I went and fucking did really good at Badger and Jam. So, yeah, I got the biggest laugh break this week that I've ever gotten.
For what bit?
It was an old bit that I started doing. People say being gay isn't a choice. Like that's what everybody says, you know. Mm-hmm. And then I do like a thing, and then I go, but not being gay is a choice, and that got like a huge laugh. And then I repeated it, not being gay is a choice, and then that like extended the laugh. And then I go into like, like every day I wake up and I just choose not to be gay, and then I go like further down this, and then it started to bomb because. I'm still like working on it.
You overstayed your welcome a little bit.
Maybe. I think I got a little too clever, and it's new, so I'm trying to figure it out. But and I touch on a couple different touchy topics.
I had the opposite of that happen like a week ago. I was doing the Rite Aid bit, mm-hmm. and I got it's like a minute and a half kind of bit, and I did like the first two intro lines, and I was still kind of working on like the back half of the joke, but the first two intro lines of it like killed so hard, like I had to stop and like let the room mm-hmm. kind of like laugh down. That I was just like, I'm just not gonna do the rest of this. I was like, that's the best that's gonna come out of this. It went very well. I'm gonna take my win and then just go on to the next move.
That's the same thing that happened to me. The bit started so strong that I could not follow it up with because I was still figuring it out. So I was like, I can't follow that up.
Yeah, so sometimes you just gotta bail. You just gotta hit the ejector seat. You take your win. You go home. You just walk out of the casino, man.
I did the ending to that joke, and it didn't work. And then I was just like, yeah, there's something better there. And then I literally just like the end of that whole set was a bomb, but that's what it is, man. Just trying to figure some shit out.
Just talking and bombing.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of bombing, I fucking bombed twice in a row last night. Twice in a fucking row, man.
It wasn't great.
No, it wasn't even good. We talk a lot about how we're like blessed with like great open mics. There's like a few great open mics that we go to. But we went to this one last night that was shit. Like, it was like one of those shit mics where it was like almost everybody's like first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was also like mentally delusional people in the crowd and who were doing stand up. And
there's always one. There was, just for context, there was a guy that got up there and he must have been on drugs or something because he just the whole time he was like
Donald Trump,
my Mario Brothers, just straight up mumbled his whole set, and it was just like
with sunglasses on.
Yeah, it was just like, all right, everybody, good night, and like left.
Yeah, it was bad. Like last night's mic sucked so bad, and it. The first one did. The first one did. I think why I bombed is because I was just so bummed out that I was like, this is like. I'm no different, actually, than these fucking people.
We're on the same level, dude.
And I was sitting there, and I went last on a 2-hour mic. And I was just like, I'm literally no different than these fucking people. And then I went up there and did crowd work. I riffed for 4 minutes just because I did not want to touch a fucking joke, man. And when I did touch a joke, it bombed. And then I think I got off at like 4:30. And then that just kind of set the tone for the next mic where I fucking ate shit. Fuck. Not good.
Didn't do well there either.
No, I didn't.
At the first mic we were talking about, I saw kind of how it was going, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go up there and make my mouth like say the words of the bits that I'm working on. I did like new stuff too, but I was just like, it was almost like a no-win scenario. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, I can't. I was just so bummed that I have to go up now. I was so bummed out that I have to go up there in a big room, like a big room.
It was a big mic.
with fucking 8 people all sitting not near each other. And I was just like, I was so upset that I have to go up there now.
You were like mad.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck. And then I went up there, bombed. It was bad, dude. I don't know why I fucking do that to myself. Why do I fucking get up there?
I think about that every time I'm like sitting in the corner and they're like, coming to the stage next. Hey, like walking up the steps onto the stage. Every time I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Why am I doing
Why, dude?
A normal person would not fucking do that.
I could have like learned how cars work.
Yeah.
I could have not dropped out of college or something. But no, I'm right here telling fucking dick jokes to eight strangers.
In an empty main room of a comedy club, giant room that seats like 250 people with 8 people. And it's just like, you know, hey, how's it going? Anyways, I was, and then just bombing. That was bad. That was fucking bad. And now I have 2 days till our fucking next mic. So now I have to sit for the next 2 days in that I bombed twice back to back.
Yeah. Now you're gonna have to dig yourself out of that hole.
Yeah.
You are. You owe a debt.
I'm in debt.
You're in debt right now. That was so stupid.
That's pretty stupid. Yo, you down for like a treasure hunt?
Like what? Like an Indiana Jones thing?
Well, yeah, or like a national treasure thing, you know?
Oh, yeah. Like Nick Cage National Treasure?
Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, like, if I came up to you and I asked, would you steal the Declaration of Independence with me?
Okay.
Would you do it?
Yeah, I'd be down. I got nothing, but it's either that or just bomb this weekend. You know?
That's what all right, that's what I need. That's what I thought that'd be your answer, so. Okay, good. I'll tell you the plan off pod, but I have a plan.
What are we stealing?
We'll have to steal the impossible treasure.
Why? Okay, and what is that exactly?
The thing that's impossible to steal.
What's that?
A woman's heart. That's a lock that has no key, baby.
You know how in National Treasure they were talking about like the president's book?
Yeah.
That only like the president gets to look at. And it's like
written by presidents for presidents. Wasn't 47 the number in National Treasure 2? Remember in National Treasure 2 where when he kidnaps the president and asks him about the president's book, the president in the movie says, "Hey, check out page 47.
Yeah, that was.
And tell me what that says." And then he looks at it when he finds the book in the Library of Congress, and it shows that he goes to page 47, but then the movie ends with like a setup for a third movie, like, "Hey, what'd you see on page 47?" And he goes, "I'll tell you." And then the credits roll.
Yeah. What if National Treasure 3 is about Donald Trump getting reelected?
That might be it, dude.
Oh, that's hilarious. When did National Treasure 2 come out?
Like 2010, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Dude, they called it.
Did they call it? Was that like a Simpsons thing? Like,
yeah, like they predicted the future.
Check out page 47.
Nick Cage figured out that Donald Trump was going to get reelected as president of the United States.
Dude, that's National Treasure 3.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, they have to now.
The re-election.
Dude, if Donnie gets back in, that's got to be. You got to bring Nick Cage back.
Oh, yeah.
National Treasure 3, dude.
National Treasure 3.
NT3, let's go.
Make America Great Again.
You think that's what they'd call it?
Probably. Probably, dude. I went out bowling with some coworkers this week. And, had a really nice time, you know? I had been, they'd been inviting me for a long time, but I kept not going because it interrupted the open mic schedule, you know? It was like, oh no, I can't go. Like, I have to do a mic. I have to do an open mic. So, after about 6 months, I'd fucking put it on not hanging out with them. I went and hung out with them. And, it was so fun doing like a normal person thing.
Just like a life thing.
Mm-hmm. Just like bowling with people you know. Going bowling, we played some pool, shot some darts, like just fun. But it was like, dude, there's more to. I was like, there's more to life than fucking doing open mics.
We've had our head down for so long, yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of like golfing, we really don't do anything else than
No.
like work and stand up.
No, and like just like golfing together. Like it's just,
Yeah, it's
like,
still us.
It's no different. It's just you and me going golfing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you and me doing something else. But like, it was funny. I was just like, no, just comedy.
What's gonna happen if I miss my 5 minutes on stage?
I'm gonna miss the Wednesday night mic. That's important.
It's like,
And-
is it?
Yeah, dude. And I went and had a nice time, and just talked shit with coworkers, had some beers, bowled, played some pool, and it was just like it was nice. But even still, I was still like, ooh, I should get on a stage though. Like afterwards, I was like, I should do a mic.
Were you looking for spots?
I wasn't looking for spots because by then I was, it was a little too late, and we had a few beers, and I was just like, just go home. You know what I mean? It was like 11. I was like, I'm not gonna do a fucking mic right now. After.
But you still felt bad about it.
I still felt. Why did I feel bad about it?
Oh.
I mean, I know I fucking, give myself a really hard time.
I was just gonna say, I think it's because we're already too hard on ourselves.
It's way too hard.
That even taking one night off, it's like, I'm out here for the dream.
Mm-hmm. I know I can't miss a set.
Yeah.
What would happen if I missed a set?
Dude, if I miss this Wednesday night at Badger and Jam, I'm never gonna make it.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna do a special.
And it's like there's some realness to that thought and that feeling, but it was really nice just going out and doing like a normal human being thing. And I don't know, I used to do all that shit. We both did. Just like hang out and like enjoy like those fun things that you get to do in life.
I used to play pool with my buddy, back home,
Yeah.
like once a week.
Yeah.
We go to this little pool hall in Murfreesboro, and yeah, it was just like that was the night. Get a couple pitchers of beers. Dude.
Yeah, I'd go fishing with a buddy every week. Every week we'd go fishing at a couple different ponds, and but you know what though, that was before I found stand up. Like there was nothing else. It was
Yeah, I
just
didn't really have anything else to do.
there was no other thing to do. But like since finding stand up, that's all I care about. And
I have just as much fun going to those shitty open mics than I do like playing pool or like going bowling.
yeah, but it was fun to get out of that fucking hamster wheel of
That matrix.
work, comedy, gym, comedy, open mic, just like
I'm really only ever 3 places.
uh-huh.
Just some open mic somewhere, the gym, or at work.
That's all I am.
Or a hike once if it's nice out.
Yeah. And I cut myself off from that. A lot of that had to do with like moving from Nashville to Los Angeles, not knowing anybody, and it was also during the pandemic, blah blah blah, and just like feeling like I'm still visiting Los Angeles, which was weird. Like I still kind of feel like I'm Like I don't live here. Like I'm just kind of here, and home is somewhere else. But you know, it's important to cut yourself a little slack, and like you can take one night off from fucking comedy open mics.
Are you sure?
See, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. No, but it is nice.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
It's okay to cut yourself some slack and just go have some fun with some other human beings, and not just be a fucking, open mic creature that I feel like I am.
Yeah, and all the friends that we have out here, that we all met them just through doing open mics. I don't have just a buddy that I don't know.
I don't have an old buddy here.
Yeah.
Which is like fine, but it's just like an adjustment. And I don't know, it was fun.
I'm glad you had fun, man.
Yeah.
How'd you bowl?
Pretty good for not bowling for like 2 years.
Did you use the bumpers?
No, fuck no. What? Did I use the bumper?
I was just asking.
Fuck no.
Look, you beat the bumper allegations. That's fine.
Yeah, dude. No, I fucking hit that. I hit him with the spin. I do
you-
one bowl. I fucking spin it, and it goes to the right, and it hugs the gutter, and then spins left into the center. That's my one bowl I have.
You BL'd it, dude. You gave me that Big Lebowski.
I did, and I beat it. I beat all the girls, so that's really all that matters.
Hey, look, goes without saying.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
But
So that's really the big win I got.
Yeah.
Was I beat the girls. So, but yeah, besides golf, that's really all we do outside of comedy.
Yeah.
Golf and comedy.
I haven't done a normal person thing in 9 months,
I
dude.
know.
It's been so long.
And it's because I don't know, I haven't had people to do it with, Like you and I go do shit all the time, but we're just always hanging out.
Yeah.
So
We literally live in the same place.
Yeah.
So it's whatever.
but
That's why I'm so excited about this Nashville trip. It's really
Yeah.
gonna kind of put a fork in things, and I'll get to have a couple new experiences.
yeah.
It'll shift up the week, because at this point I'm just going through the motions until we go to B-Dog's graduation.
Yeah, me too. And I'm excited to leave LA. I think it's we've only been here how many 2 years?
Yeah, we're on year 3.
On year
so
3.
it's two and some change.
And we've left once a year. Once a year we leave at some point.
I left twice last year. Once I had to go back for my buddy's wedding.
Mhm.
Leaving twice this year. In the fall, I'm going back for another wedding.
I think it's important. I feel like it's good to leave Los Angeles once a year, and just get out and go back to normal life, and then come back and put the blinders back on and fucking put your head back down.
I'll tell you what, though, nothing beats getting to come back to LA.
It's the best. It's the best.
Just the fact that we have our own life out here, separate from everybody that we know back home.
Yeah.
Just sitting in that airport, and they're boarding now Nashville to Los Angeles. It's that feeling's great.
Yeah, leaving and coming back here.
Yeah.
Because I fucking love it here, man. I was telling this to a buddy the other day. We've been here now 3 years. I've had more fun and accomplished more career-wise in these 3 years than I have done anything else my whole life. Because it's been singular focused. We didn't move here flippantly, we'll just go there and see what happens.
No, there was a plan.
There was a fucking hard plan.
Yes.
We were we were doing stand up in Nashville, and planned out, okay, what's the fucking move? It's Los Angeles, Hollywood, Comedy Store, that's where we're moving. And then the pandemic hit and fucked it, and that was blah blah blah.
I don't even want to talk about
Me
that.
neither. But that was our plan, and regardless of that shit, we still stuck to the plan. And whilst being here, it's been very fucking singular.
One track minded.
Just fucking go like a tunnel vision, and it's worked better than I fucking expected it to.
That's the other thing. That's the thing that kind of keeps me a little optimistic, is that we keep doing this, but it keeps working. we keep getting a little better, like a millimeter at a time.
Yeah, and then like it's like something will come along, like the Comedy Store open mic, or like you get called at the Improv, or like someone's like, hey, I'm throwing a show over here. I've seen you around town. You're funny. Get on the show, but it's still like fucking blinders through a tunnel, dude. And I've felt the best I've ever felt in these past 3 years.
Yeah.
Than I have doing anything else.
I'm having a fucking blast out here.
Yeah, but it's hard though. I mean, I've also never been more stressed. I feel like because
but the stress is like worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth something. It's not just being stressed like for stress's sake.
No, I used to be stressed because I didn't know what I want to do with my life. That was a heavier stress. Was I was having more fun, maybe.
Yeah, but you were just doing activities.
Yeah.
You were just doing other things.
I was just golfing,
You didn't have
fishing.
anything to work towards.
No, there was no end thing.
You can't incrementally like get better and then build a career on
No.
kayaking the river
Nope.
every now and then. You know,
Nope.
or
And-
fishing.
And it was fun. Kayaking, fishing, golfing, fucking whatever, Nashville shit. But the stress here is a different kind of stress. It's like I can take this stress because I know what it's leading towards. And
Well, not for you anymore because you missed that one Wednesday at Badger and Jam.
ooh,
But,
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm sorry that you won't make it now that you bowled once.
I know. You're right. I took one night off bowling with
Yeah.
coworkers, and now I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Ooh. Maybe I can make it back, though. Dude, we really don't cut ourselves slack at all.
None, dude. Not even a morsel of slack.
Fuck.
I think you think that's why we're so stressed all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's part of it.
Yeah, we don't allow ourselves any bit of like comfort or but that's also why we are where we are right now.
Still doing open mics.
Well,
but better.
Better.
We're doing better.
but
at open mic.
also ahead of most,
Yeah.
I might say, career-wise. So
Well, most people that are like at our level.
that's what I'm saying.
We're doing. We can't suck our own dick too hard, but like we're doing pretty well.
Yeah. But we could do better.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We're shit. Actually, now that I think about it,
Dude, we fucking
we're slacking.
suck. We're slacking off.
Yo, wait, what the fuck? Yo, we could do so much fucking better, honestly. One fucking 65 episodes in a row, never missed a week.
Honestly, I think we're a little behind.
We could crank that up to 2 episodes a fucking week, man. And maybe double down on the mics, What are we at now? 7 mics a week?
Nah, it's like 6.
6. Actually, that's not gonna cut it. We need to up those fucking
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah. We need to do a little better than that.
Fuck.
We're probably the worst open micers in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, now that you say it, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I never had to deal with like parking garages, parking gates until I moved out here. I didn't even know how to navigate them.
Yeah.
But they're literally everywhere you want to go. There's some just tunnel underground where everybody keeps their car.
And a gate that's not letting you in or out.
My point exactly. So, when you go to the gym, you have to validate your ticket so that the bar goes up so that you can drive out. Done it every day for years. Like ever since the gyms opened back up and we joined, done it every single day the same way.
Yeah.
Validate my ticket, drive my car around to the gate, put the ticket in, and it goes, that'll be $20. Yeah.
It's usually $1.
It's usually the one I go to. Usually it's nothing. You just put your ticket in. The arm goes up, and I was like, oh well, this is clearly something on their end. So I flagged down the guy that's like, because there's always a guy next to those things.
And he's super cares about his job and the company that runs the gate opening and closing.
Would you believe it if I told you that he fucking didn't?
He didn't care about you and the gate.
Here's the thing. So anyway, I'm telling him, hey, I vowed, I know this guy. I almost know this guy.
Yeah.
I see him every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, it's not the thing. The gate's not working.
It didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work. And he goes, he takes my ticket. He looks at it. He goes, did you validate your ticket? but he doesn't say it exactly like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yes, I validated my ticket, and then he does the same. He puts it in the machine, it spits it back out, and he goes, "You need to validate your ticket." I was like, I validated. This is not my fault. This is something on your guys' end.
Just open the gate.
And I was like, look, I'm here every day. This is my gym bag. This is literally the only reason I could be here for an hour and a half. Okay, I validated my ticket. Something didn't go through. Can you just open the gate?
Just open the gate.
Just open the gate. And he goes, looks back at the ticket. You need to validate your ticket. I was like, I know I need to validate my ticket. All right?
I did.
I validated my fucking ticket.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. And you know what your fucking job is?
Click a button.
Is you lift up the whole machine that like I could have just done whenever, and you click that fucking button and you open the gate and you let me fucking go. And he just like wouldn't budge for some reason. I was like, look, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not paying $20 for parking. I'm here. I'm here every single day.
Yeah.
And finally, he just goes like it's a problem to him, and he goes, all right, hey, next time you need to validate your ticket. I almost fucking like got out of the car and hit him, dude.
Yeah, like he's the fucking CEO of the fucking Gates company, the fucking parking lot company. Dude, just fucking open the shit.
Just open the fucking gate. I see you every day.
I think that shit's fucking criminal.
Yeah, dude.
And if I drove a shittier car,
I just blast right through that.
I would run through those every single time.
Yeah.
And just get away with it.
I'll tell you what. Another thing, it's like that. That's like his little like kingdom. That's like his world.
No,
he's like, ooh, I decide who gets in and out.
I'm
and
the keeper of the key here. He's a fucking. He likes the control.
He's a fucking dick, is what he is.
Yeah. I don't like the fucking you're trapped in here now. Now you're trapped. Like you can fucking pull in somewhere, but then they're just like, you can't leave. It's like, dude, you're lucky I don't drive like a fucking piece of shit, 2004 Camry, or I'd fucking run right through this flimsy metal fucking thing.
Literally all plastic. Yeah.
I'd run right through it every day, and you fucking could not stop me. I almost want to buy a shitty car, and for like $700 on Craigslist, and just go through town, running through all those fucking metal arms, and then for at least like a week. It'd take at least like a week for them to be replaced. And it's I'm like Batman in a way, or Robin Hood. Robin Hood.
You're taken from the rich parking garage owners and giving to the everyday pleb.
Yeah.
Because there's like nothing would happen.
No.
The cops don't even arrest criminals out here.
No.
The cops don't even arrest people that like rob banks. You don't even go to jail. So it's like, oh, you're gonna come after me. It's like, no, it's not gonna happen.
Dude, I buy a $600 Camry on Craigslist. I spend a whole day running through all the arms.
Yeah.
And then I just park the car somewhere, and then homeless people sleep in it. And then I just like, I don't even put my name on the fucking pink slip.
It'll disappear.
It'll disappear.
You can just park it next to a homeless, and then like
I leave the keys.
Yeah.
Give them the keys.
Give it to them.
It's not on me, dude. That shit's not on me.
Dude.
That'd work for a week. But then next week I buy a fucking another shitty car. And I just keep fucking doing it. That's what needs to happen, man. Fucking anarchy.
Dude, and all the garages out here, like it's never just like, you think of a parking garage, you're like, oh, it's just like a parking lot just underground and it's stacked and there's levels. It's never that. Because like, the first 90 spaces all have like cones on them for for who the fuck, You have to go like 2 levels down and then like back in, and then like, hey, this one's only for fucking shitty small cars. You can't park a big car in it. It's like,
it's like, dude, I didn't decide how big the cars are.
Yeah.
I don't make cars. Fucking make enough space for the car I didn't make, please.
Dude, and even if you're in a tiny car and like you back into a spot, your wheels are still like over the white lines. That is this. It's like you made them too small on purpose. What's going on?
You guys know how big cars are.
Yeah. Why are you doing this?
Sir, you drive a big car. I didn't decide the size of the car. Fucking goddamn it. All right, we are at the email segment of the podcast. This podcast has an email, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. You can email us anything you want, and we will read it. We check it live at the end of every single podcast. So we're going to check this week's emails right now. All right, here we go. Here's this week's emails. Checking them live. We got an email.
We have one email. Fantastic.
Oh, thank God. You want to read this one?
Yeah, I'll take this one.
All right.
Thank you very much for emailing the
Thank you.
podcast.
Bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
Bombingpodcast@gmail.com. It says, which is cooler, dinosaurs or dragons?
Definitely dragons.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Dragons are cooler. They breathe fire, and they're always protecting.
Like a bunch of gold?
Yeah, like something, you know. Dinosaurs are just like, I don't know. Dinosaurs are like, we're real, so it's like kind of cool, but like dragons are fake, so.
Yeah, I'd rather see a dragon.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's even a better question. What would you rather fucking look at? A dinosaur or a dragon?
From a very far away distance.
Yeah.
I'd probably rather look at a dragon.
I'd rather see a dragon in the fucking wild than a dinosaur. Thank you so much for your email. Once again, folks, that's bombingpodcast@gmail.com. You can email us any time of the week you want. We don't look at the email until the end of the week, live on the podcast.
I'm Hayden Wyckoff.
I'm Ryan Jennings, and this is Bombing episode 65.
See you next week.